Then mute your mics.
Happy birthday, Sairam.
Okay, good morning, dear students. So before going to start today's lecture, so what we discussed in earlier class, so just we'll rewind that. So that is the we made a problem belongs to the screw jack efficiency and uh, okay, and friction in journal bearing. So all of you observe that friction in journal bearing. So those are already covered in yesterday class. All of you observe that. So okay,
Yeah, happy birthday.
hello.
Happy birthday, CR. Sairama, happy birthday, Anna.
Hello, please unmute yourself. Hello. So now, journal bearing point of view, already we have seen that. So how we calculate the values. So those are the torque value and our power value. So power wasted in friction. So already we have seen that. That is the our power equals to T into omega and the torque value is the mu W R. Okay. So already we have seen in earlier class. So now and in the important thing is how we are generating the friction circle. So that was already given in our statement. That is the our case. One case is there. So that is the circle is drawn with the center OC, center O drawn with the center O and radius as the OC. So that circle is called as the friction circle. So all of you observe that in our diagram already there in our friction circle. So okay, friction circle will be indicating here. So that radius value is how much? OR sine, oh sorry, R sine pi. So that value is the R sine pi. R OC, OC as the radius. So already have covered in last class. So now today today lecture is going to be friction of V thread. So small topic is there, that is the friction of V thread.
Happy.
So all of you observe that. All of you have that friction of V thread point of view. All of you observe the diagram. Okay, so that is the our diagram is there. V thread, V type of threads are there. So that is having with the beta angle is there upside, and when we are taking to be horizontal line, bottom side is also making the same beta. And when we are applying the some load, okay, so that is the W is there, and similarly to take as the our RN normal reaction is there. So between the load and our normal reaction, okay, it may also have some inclination is there between W to uh, and Rn. So that is that angle is also considered here. So beta is there. So when we take the our normal reaction in case of square threaded, so this is the V thread point of view. But it is taken to be our square threaded, then the square threaded screw, then normal reaction value is how much? W cos alpha. So what is the value is there? W cos alpha. So here all of you observe that. So W cos alpha. Okay. So that is the our W cos alpha. Okay, W cos alpha. So similarly, but in case of V thread, So when we take the V thread point of view, so this is the V thread type, friction of V thread. So when we take the V thread, then the normal reaction between the screw and the nut, normal reaction between the screw and thread is increased because the axial component of the normal machine should be equals to axial. So here
Here,
they mentioned the
Parthi, here.
statement, okay, one condition is there. That condition is okay, all of you observe that. So screw and nut is okay, normal reaction between the screw and nut is
Sairam, Parthi,
increased
Sairam.
when the axial component of the normal reaction must be equals to axial load. So that is the W. So here let 2 beta is the angle of V thread. So here how much of angle between the total V thread, that is the 2 beta is there. And when we take the only beta value, that is the semi angle of V thread. So semi angle of the V thread. Therefore, Rn equals to, what is Rn? Normal reaction value is how much? So that is the W by cos beta. W by cos beta. How they write the W by cos beta? So if you are observing that, so here it may takes to one triangle is there, Rn W. Okay, one triangle is there. Similarly, to take
Here, Sairam, diversion.
so when they are okay adjacent side. So when they are considering as the adjacent side, so then the cos. Hello, please unmute your mic. So that Rn equals to from the triangle of okay Rn and W, beta is there. So when you take the okay cos beta equals to W by Rn. Why? Because when they are considering as the our okay from this triangle, they may also take to the adjacent side. So that adjacent side when they are considered here cos beta equals to W by Rn. But Rn equals to W by cos beta. So here Rn already known that is the Rn is the W by cos beta. And now frictional force. So what is the frictional force value? That is the mu r. So when they are considered as the okay, when they are taken to be mu rn value. So here all of you observe that. So here mu into rn is the substituted here. Rn is substituting here. So the rn value is how much? W by cos beta. So when they are considered here, that is also similarly to write it as mu1 W. Why? Because mu1 W. Why they write the mu1 W? Why? Because mu1 is also indicated here. Mu1 is also again, they may also assumed that mu by cos beta. Mu by cos beta. So that is a virtual coefficient of friction. That is a virtual coefficient of friction. So when they also written as the our frictional force, similarly to write it as the force value. So force value. So force value is the P is there. So that is the W tan alpha plus or minus pi 1 here. Alpha plus or minus pi 1. So all of you observe that. So W tan alpha plus pi, generally they may write that. But here when we take the V thread point of view, so W tan alpha plus or minus pi 1. Pi 1 will indicate the virtual coefficient. Okay, sorry. What is the angle of friction is there. So similarly, mu 1 is also taken as the virtual coefficient of friction. Similarly, they may also take to the our pi 1 also the same. Okay. So this is the friction of V thread force value and our frictional force values are given here. So that is the very okay simple derivation part here. So now all of you observe that this is the bottom portion is there. So that is directly to be written those values. That is the inclined plane. Okay, inclined plane is there. Already we wrote the formulas in earlier classes directly to wrote the particular values, force value and torque values directly to write there. So those are again they may also to do the particular derivations here in our material. So body at rest position, how many forces are acting on in inclined plane. So how we find the our force and frictional force values and our torque values. So they may also given, they may also calculated here. So okay, this is very this is easiest things. So how many forces are acting on there? when we have the forces and their directions, then simply to take the our equilibrium conditions, and we know the, okay, we will find the unknown values. So those are the pulling force, or okay, pulling force value, force values, and our torque values. Okay, those are already here. Okay, and second one is the motion up the plane. So motion up the plane, when the body is going to be up, so then how much of force is required? So that is also here. And okay, that formula already have written in a column point of view, but the small amendment is here. That is the what we have written in our earlier classes, that force value will be taken as the P, capital P, represented with the capital P notation, but here they may also takes to the W, sorry, F, capital F. Force will be represented with the capital F. That is the small difference there. And now motion down the plane. So when the body is going towards down, then how we okay, how much of torque is required and how much of force is required. So those are also here. Okay, these all okay, these all are there. Just we will try to okay make the particular relations. So those are very easy. Okay, so that's why we are not discussing here. Already those are already covered in our engineering mechanics chapter point, engineering mechanics point of view. That's why we are also neglecting right now. So now going to take the another chapter. Okay, that is the our bearings. Bearings point of view, already we covered the friction in journal bearings. Now we are going to take the friction of pivot and collar bearings. Friction of pivot and collar bearings. So all of you observe that friction of pivot and collar bearings point of view. So here the bearing surface is placed at the end of the shaft to take the axial thrust. The bearing surface are having the axial thrust. Okay, at the end of the shaft, they may also have the some axial thrust value. So that is known as simply here, that is the pivots, pivot bearings. And collar point of view may have flat bearing surfaces or conical surfaces. So the collars are having the flat, okay, bearing surfaces and conical bearing surfaces. So those are there, those are also there. And now types of okay, pivot bearings. So here all of you observe that how many types are there. All of you observe that. So flat pivot bearing, conical pivot bearing, and truncated pivot bearing, and a single flat collar point of view, and multiple flat collar. So nearly you have the 5 types are there. Okay, 5 types are there. Five types are there. So here one of the important thing is those are also having the 5 derivations. Okay, so 5 derivations are also there. So all of you observe that. So coming to the first one, is the flat pivot bearing. Flat pivot bearing. Flat pivot bearing. So all of you observe that. Roll number 314, lateral entry 314. Please turn off your cam. Sorry, regular 314. Please turn off your cam. So already you know that how the bearings are arranging. Okay, what type of okay, what are the types are there in bearings? How
Voice not audible, sir.
okay, why is not audible? Is it audible or not? Okay. Okay, is it audible?
Sir.
Okay, flat pivot bearing. Just you will observe that Just you will observe that these are the general. Sorry, what we discussed in
breaking,
the
sir.
class. So that is that. Okay, journal bearing. Are you visible to my screen? Are you visible to my screen? So journal bearing
Yes, sir.
images are there. So
Yes,
those
sir.
are the journal bearings are there. That type. Okay, I'll be after that. So
Sir, voice is breaking, sir.
So we discussed in a class is the which is calling as the journal, which is called the bearing, and okay, outer element is calling as bearing, and inside element and stock. What is the inside element is that is calling as the journal. So and what is the structure is there? Similarly, in our okay earlier derivation. So that is half of the section only they may
Sir,
covered in
voice breaking, sir.
our okay. Hello.
Your voice is
Hello.
not clear, sir.
Voice is not clear.
మా పవన్ కళ్యాణ్ మైక్ ఆఫ్ చేయాలి.
302.
ఏంటి
354. Sir, borderless, sir. Class.
kept quiet.
Lal. Happy birthday, Lal.
Is audible?
No,
My birthday.
maybe it's signal problem. Sir,
Sir, it's not wrong, sir.
Is it audible?
yes,
Lal,
sir.
నీతో 10 రోజు పండగరే మాకు.
Hey Babu, please unmute your
పవన్
mics.
కళ్యాణ్. Yes, sir.
Lal, lots of love.
Please mute your mics, all of you.
Yes, sir.
So here all of you observe that so at pivot bearing point view, all of you observe that. So that is the structure is there. So it is also having the bottom one okay fixed element is there, and that is okay carrying with shaft, one shaft is there. That is the okay that edge is okay that is having with the surface contact. What is the surface contact is there? The ending of the edge. So that edge is flat. So the type of okay contact is the flat pivot bearing. Okay, that flat pivot bearing is there. So here after that, when your vertical shaft rotates in a flat pivot bearing as shown in figure, so that sliding friction will be announced to the surface of contact between the shaft and bearing. So here, what is the okay? The okay bearing is there. That bearing is also having a flat type of shape at the okay this session when we are placing at the shaft. So that end is okay that is flat. So that is the flat pivot bearing is there. Now we are going to do the okay particular derivation part. So here before we derive the derivation, so we will simple representations. Those are the W. So what is the representation of W? All of you observe the diagram and our what is the representation? It means load transmitted over the bearing surface. Over the bearing surface. And capital R is the radius of bearing surface. Capital R is the radius of bearing surface. And T capital P there. So that is the intensity of pressure, intensity, pressure, intensity of pressure per unit area. And mu is the coefficient of friction. So those are the symbols are covered in the derivation part. So here, when we take our flat, so here it also follows the two conditions there. Okay. So that when there is a uniform pressure and when there is a uniform pressure. So are there. Uniform pressure, uniform pressure. So now first condition. So when we take the our condition of
Sir, voice not right.
uniform pressure.
Sir, voice not audible, sir.
Voice not audible, sir.
Voice is not audible.
Yes, sir.
Breaking,
It's
sir.
clear.
So now we will
Fluctuating.
Breaking, sir.
okay. Is it audible?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Hello.
Alakal Mallikarjun fluctuating.
Is it clear? Hello.
Sir.
Ma, pay attention.
Okay.
Voice bole, sir.
అనిస్తతో మాట్లాడినా
Okay. Is it audible? Is it
Yes, sir.
audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Notes clear.
ఎస్ సార్
Okay. So now all of you observe that when we take the first condition, that is the considering uniform pressure. So here all of you observe that when pressure is uniformly distributed over the bearing surface. So just you will observe that. So what the diagram is there? So pressure is okay. You observe that. So that is the bearing is there, okay, and the shaft is there. The shaft, okay. That pressure is distributed to the over bearing area. So then the pressure is also calculated here. So that pressure value is how much here? So that is the P
Screen
equals to
sir, screen.
W by pi R.
Sir, screen not visible, sir.
Screen is not visible.
Sir, already started, sir, but it's not visible, sir.
Okay, sir.
తమ్ముడు ఆడియో కనబడతారా వినబడదు
Okay.
Yes, okay, sir.
So now all of you observe that. So when pressure is uniformly distributed over the bearing area, so the pressure is how much? So the pressure, all of you observe that. So pressure equals to load by area. So load point of view W is there. W by area. Area point of view shaft. Okay. Shaft area is also considered as the pi R square. What is the area? Pi R square. So those are there. And now this is the okay pressure. Pressure is okay. Pressure is uniformly distributed to the bearing surface. So now consider a ring of radius small r and thickness dr of the bearing area. So here all of you observe the diagram. So so that is the okay upside. Just you will observe the okay my mouse indication. So that is there. So they may also takes to the okay ring. Just they may also consider to the only ring. So that is the one small strip. Just they may also take to the strip. So that strip thickness is dr. Okay. So they will find out the okay. So that value, that is the that area. So that strip area. So how we calculated the strip area? So they may also consider here. Consider a ring of radius. So that ring of radius value is the small r, and the thickness is the dr of the bearing area. So therefore, area of the bearing surface, capital A equals to 2 pi r dr. So how they write the particular value here? So 2 pi r dr. Okay. So in our diagram, all of you observe that the strip thickness is dr, and that radius small r is there, small r. Okay, small r. So then they may also write the area of the bearing surface of the okay ring. So that is the 2 pi r dr, because consider here that strip circumference is there. That strip circumference value is the 2 pi r to dr. So that is the circumference into our thickness. That is the dr is there. That is their area of the bearing surface. And now similarly take the load transmitted to the ring. Okay, how much of load transmitted to the particular ring? So what we said here, that is the ring or strip. Okay, so directly we cannot take the total value. So they may also consider as the one small strip or one small ring. So when they will find out the ring pressure and ring torque value, so then they may also calculate the total torque value. So that's why they may also consider the here ring. So load transmitted to the ring. So load point of view, how we find the load value? So that is the pressure formula already there. So that is that P equals to A by P equals to W by A here. So similarly to take that del W equals to del W. Why? Because ring load. Okay, so how much of load concentrating on the ring? So that is del W. That is represented with del W equals to P into A. So P into is the pressure is there, into P is the P, into A is the 2 pi r dr. So this is taken as the equation number 1. This is taken as the equation number 1. Okay, this is equation number 1. And similarly to take the frictional resistance to sliding on the ring acting tangentially at the radius. So that is the Fr equals to frictional resistance value. So frictional resistance on the ring. So that is the to take as Rn. So here Fr, this is also represented Fr equals to mu into Rn place is placing with del W. Del W. So that is the del W is there. Okay, Rn is also equals to the generally to say that is the W. So similarly to take here, so ring load value, that is the del W. So here mu into del W, what is the value there? P into 2 pi r dr. So now frictional resistance is also there, and load is also there, and area is also there. Ring radius, ring area, and load transmitted to the ring, and frictional resistance to the ring, and frictional torque on the ring. Now they may also find out the frictional torque value. So torque point of view, frictional resistance into radius. Frictional torque on the ring. Frictional torque onto the ring. So frictional torque value is how much? R into R. Fr into R here. So Fr value already calculated earlier. Okay, so that is the 2 pi mu p r dr, and radius value is the perpendicular distance, that is the r there. So the total equation will come 2 pi mu p r square dr. This is the frictional torque on the ring. Okay, ring value. So but we will calculate the total frictional torque. Total frictional torque of the so for getting the total torque, total frictional torque, so they may also take the integration. So that integration values are, what are the limits are there? 0 to r. Why? Because 0 is there, smallest value 0, and highest value is the capital R. Shaft radius, capital R is there. So now they may also integrate it with the particular, integrated this torque. We may also integrate this torque. So capital T equals to 0 to integration of 0 to r 2 pi mu p r square dr. So in this, what are the r terms are there? Those are only keep it in our integration, and other terms are taken out. So that is the 2 pi mu p and integration of 0 to r square dr. So when we integrating the r square dr, that may also comes r cube by 3. So when those are substituting here 0 to r, the limits are substituting in our equation, then it may also comes 2/3 mu p, 2/3 mu p r cube minus 0. So here 2/3 pi mu p into r cube. So when they come, when we get the particular torque, So that may also comes here, mu is there and P is there, P value. So P is already calculated in earlier one. So that is the, okay, P value is how much? In earlier to write that. So that is the W by pi r square. What is the value of P? So W by pi r square. That is also substituting here. So 2/3 pi into mu into W by pi r square into R cube. So here known terms are there. R cube is there, R square is there, calculating the term. So then the remaining term is here 2/3 mu W R and pi is calculating here. Pi is there, pi is there. The remaining term is 2/3 mu W R. So that is the frictional torque, okay, acting on the flat pivot bearing. Okay, so this is very, very important derivation. So just all of you observe that. Just all of you observe that. So what we do the procedure here, so that is okay, very important. Why? Because it will cover the, okay, the total entire procedure covering with the 5 derivations. So what are the parts, okay, what are the terms are usaged in our particular derivation? So that steps similarly to follow the all other derivations. So that's why all of you make the particular derivation. Just all of you learn the particular derivation. First one, just we will write the pressure acting on the our, okay, bearing surface, that is the P equals to W by pi r square. And later consider a ring of radius. That means they may also consider the one small ring or one small strip. So that strip area, they may also calculate it to the strip area. So that area is, okay, that strip or that small ring area is the 2 pi r dr. Why? Because that radius value is the small r. And when we write the, okay, we write that area point of view, so that is the circumference into our thickness is there. So that ring, so that's why we may also, okay, take into the particular term. So that is the 2 pi r dr is there. And load on the ring. So load transfer on the ring. So that load next area, later load. So that is the del W equals to P into A. So that value, load value is also taken to be equation number 1. And later frictional resistance on the ring. Frictional resistance point of view, Fr equals to mu into del W. So similarly to get that mu P by R dr. And later frictional torque on the ring. So frictional torque. So that is the Fr into R. So 2 pi mu P R square dr. This is taken as the equation number 2. So when we find the frictional resistance on the ring, then simply to find out the frictional, okay, sorry, frictional torque on the ring, then simply to find out the frictional torque on the total. So frictional torque on the flat pivot bearing, total frictional torque on the flat pivot bearing. For that, simply to integration of the our above equation. So when we make the integration, so then simply to get the total, okay, total frictional torque of the pivot bearing. So that is the 2/3 mu W R. So here from when we get the frictional torque, so then from that they may also calculate the power. P equals to 2 pi nt by 60. They may also write here. So this is the procedure is very important. Okay. Please unmute your mics and ask me the doubts. Okay, particularly this derivation. So what are the steps are there? If you are not understanding these steps, okay, so then you will ask me. It is very important. Why? Because what are the procedure? What is the procedure we have we have followed here? Same procedure will be also followed on the other 5 derivations. Okay, so that's why we may also okay, saying again. So now going to take the next topic, that is the uniform wear. Next condition, uniform wear. So wearing is also happen if you are taking to be any bearings. So wearing is there. So that is the uniform wear point of view here. They may also said the one, okay, one small statement here. So that is the rate of wear depends upon the intensity of pressure and the velocity of rubbing surfaces. Isn't it? Definitely we may also follow, that may also, okay, followed on the particular thing. Definitely. The rate of wear depends upon the intensity of pressure on the bearings and velocity of rubbing surfaces. That depends upon the surfaces, rubbing surfaces. Since velocity of rubbing surfaces increases with the distance from the axis of bearing. Okay, that may also happen here. So that is the velocity of rubbing surfaces are increases when the distance from the axis of the bearing. Okay, that depends upon the distance from the axis of the bearing. So here they may also take the one thing. So that is the uniform wear point of view. Therefore, uniform wear. So they may also take here P into R equals to Cn, constant. They may also write there. So P into R equals to C, constant. PR equals to constant. P is the pressure and R is the radius. So PR equals to constant. Okay. So that is the C is there. So therefore P equals to, similarly to write here, C by R. P equals to C by R. So that is the pressure value is how much here? C by R. Pressure value is C by R here. And now load transmitted to the ring. Next value is the next determining value is the load. So load transmitted on the ring. So load point of view, pressure into area is there. So that is the P is there. Load transmitted on the ring. P into area is the area of the ring. That is the 2 pi r dr. So I already know that. So when we substituting the P value in this equation, that may also comes nearly 2 pi c dr. So that load of the ring is the 2 pi c dr. So now, okay, now when we get the load transmitted on the ring, then they may also find the total load transmitted on the bearing. So total load transmitted on the bearing point of view. So when they also calculated the total load on the bearing point of view, just what is the term are attaining here? So the term is integrated with the, okay, 0 to R, limitations of 0 to R. Just we will also integrated with the above term with the limits of 0 to R. So W equals to 0 to R of, okay, integration of 0 to R 2 pi c dr. So what are the R terms are there? So that is the only dr is there. So just integration of dr equals to R. Okay, integration of dr equals to small r. So that limits are 0 to R is there. So then that equals to 2 pi c R, capital R is there. So here W equals to 2 pi c capital R. So C equals to W by 2 pi R. C equals to W by 2 pi R. So that is the, okay, that is also, okay, come by the help of load, okay, total load. And now frictional torque acting on the ring, torque value. So torque value point of view, what is the value is there? Frictional torque, that is the, just all of you observe that, frictional torque acting on the ring point of view. So that is the, okay, force into frictional resistance into our distance. So that is the 2 pi mu p r square dr. What is the, okay, term is there in earlier derivation. So the same one will also substituting here. So that is the frictional torque acting on the ring. So that is also same 2 pi mu p r square dr. But P value is replacing with C by R. P value is replacing with C by R. So then we may also substituting the P value here. So then the, okay, R cancelling here. The remaining term is 2 pi mu C R dr. So that is the frictional torque acting on the ring. So now going to calculate the total frictional torque on the bearing. So for getting the total frictional torque, just we may also integrated our equation with the limits of 0 to R. So that is the capital T equals to 0 to pi into 2 pi mu c R dr. So that is the RDR is there, integration of RDR is there. So that RDR means integration is the R square by 2. R square by 2. Just we will also substituting the our limits in our equation. Then we may also comes okay, 2 cancelating here, and a pi is there, pi into mu into c means just substituting the c value here. So that is the W by 2 pi R. W by 2 pi R. So then capital R square is there. So what is the remaining term is there? Half into, the remaining term is half into mu W R. So that is the total torque acting on the bearing. Total frictional torque acting on the bearing. So that is the half mu W R is the frictional torque acting on the bearing. Okay. So now the session is going to be over. So before going to end our session, so just you will ask me the doubts. And roll number 376, are you available?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just you will take the attendance.
Right, okay, sir.
CR birthday, sir.
Okay, wish me happy birthday to you. CR.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
హ్యాపీ బర్త్డే సిఆర్.
Thank you. Thank you.
హ్యాపీ బర్త్డే సిఆర్.
Birthday, CR, happy birthday.
అప్పుడు ఇప్పుడు అందరూ ఒకసారి
పార్టీ కావాలి.
నా నెంబర్ తీసుకోవచ్చు.